everyone, welcome back to Miami Miles. My name is Mickey. In this video, I'm going to do my 3-month anniversary review of my 991.2 GT3. Now, this is your like,
Mickey, not another GT3 video. We've seen a million of them.
Listen, Johnny, I'm with you. Look, at the beginning of a relationship, it's like, it's all sex, right? You love that person because you get to just every 3 minutes. But after a little bit of time, you start understanding the quirks of the person. And then you really have to determine, do I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, or do I want to move on to someone else? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you what those quirks are of this car, what it's good at, what it's not so good at. But most importantly, am I going to stay married? Am I committed to that amazing automobile for the rest of my life? I have no clue. I'm kidding. I know exactly what I want to do with this thing. Anyways, let's go. Hey everyone, sorry for interrupting your video. Look, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, please guys. I'm trying to pop out content like this all the time for you. Anyways, back to the content. So now that we're on my way, let's start with the first thing that I encounter about this car every single day that makes me fall so deeply in love with it. Every single time you take that key, you put it into ignition, and you turn it on, it makes this delicious little pop of a sound that absolutely gives you morning wood every single time you experience it. Now, if I'm to replicate this, I'm gonna show it to you in a moment, but it's like, you start it, goes, pop, and then you're like, oh my God! Those little dual fire sound that it makes gives me the biggest arousing feeling I've ever experienced. And it preps me for a super crazy day every single day. So the next thing I want to talk about is flat foot shift. I had no idea the car had this, but check this out. We're in first, 4,000 RPM, 22 miles an hour. Let's go. Oh, I love it. Brakes. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys, honestly, like, I know I've said this before in the previous videos, but it took you guys telling me that this car was capable, and I'm sorry because I dropped my phone. It took you guys telling me that this car was capable of flat foot shift for me to fall in love. And to be honest with you, I did, because when you put the clutch in at these speeds, you feel as if you're engaging a dual clutch transmission. It's so counterintuitive to what a manual should be, but it's so damn satisfying. Here we go, guys. It just makes it so easy to go fast. Like, I'm about to go around this bend at about 40 miles an hour, and I'm gonna hit it. All right, here. Oh my God, what an engaging driving experience. And just even at 6,000, the flat foot is so satisfying. It is perhaps the greatest feature ever fitted onto a manual sports car in history. And for those of you that haven't tried it, it's hard to convey just how satisfying it is to keep your foot mashed to the ground as you put the clutch in and shift this beautiful 6-speed transmission. But I'm gonna do it one more time for you guys. Oh! Look, I wish I would have known this the first 2 months of having the car. Thank God I've got you guys, the Miami Miles community, to let me know of such things, because this has made my daily drive so much better. And I think that's a good segue into the rev match. I know some of you don't love the rev match because you're a purist at heart. You love rev matching the car yourself, but the fact that when you don't feel like downshifting, you're able to simply put the clutch in and drop a gear and have the RPMs of the vehicle meet you so that it's a seamless shift, honestly makes it not only for a more comfortable drive, but it makes it so that your wife, if you have one, or a girlfriend, is that much more comfortable in the automobile. Like, nobody talks about how wonderful this rev match is. First flat foot, and then you're in second gear, right? Look at that. And you can use engine braking so much easier when you have rev match. Now guys, I know you purists are like, Mickey, you don't know how to drive one of these cars. Stop using rev match. And honestly, when you turn the sport mode off, that rev match turns off. But guys, I love honestly driving this car in sport mode 99% of the time just because of how damn smooth it is. So at this stage, my heart feels as if I just connected eye to eye with the love of my life. I looked and my stomach dropped. That's how this car makes you feel. I'm honestly kind of sweaty right now just from driving it for a couple minutes, hitting 105 kilometers an hour down here in Mexico. The car just brings your heart rate up. It just makes you feel special. But I think at this stage, with all of this adrenaline and endorphins running through my system, I want to talk about one of the negative aspects of the car. And I think it's something that most people don't allude to when they're reviewing this thing, because everybody's on top of it. You know what? Everybody loves this car. But it's important to know that the car is just not the fastest thing in the world. And it's, I think, the only thing that I think is wrong with this car. It's not so fast that it wants to kill you. And that's both a good thing and a bad thing. It's like a double-edged sword. I wish it had about 100 more horsepower. And the sad thing is, because it's naturally aspirated, it's impossible for you to take it to some tuner and install a Pro Charger on it. I even tried hitting up the guys up in, I think they're Massachusetts or Boston. They do a Pro Charger kit for the GT3 RS at 991.1, and they couldn't do it on the 991.2. But I'm dying for an extra 100 real horsepower. Unfortunately, I can't have it. That being said, I think that's a positive, because if I had it, I may kill myself a little bit more soon. So let me downshift real quick and show you on the power. Like right here, no torque, no torque. There's the torque. At about, I think, 7,500, all the torque comes in. And up until then, you're just underwhelmed. You're like, when is this thing gonna kick in? Like, don't get me wrong, it does have a little bit of torque down low, but it doesn't feel stupidly fast. It doesn't feel recklessly dangerous. And honestly, when I'm driving one of these cars, and I've alluded to this in the past, I kind of want to feel that I'm skating on the edge of life and death. I want to feel that if I make the wrong decision, I'm going to spin it out into a wall like I did the McLaren. That's the only thing this thing is missing. It's so great at everything else. It's so great at making you feel special and bringing you in. It's just missing a little bit more power. As many of you Porsche guys know, the fact that it's not the fastest thing up until about 9,000 RPM is not the end of the world, because Porsche just does everything else so well. Namely, the way that this transmission shifts, the short throw of the manual. Like, you always land in the right gear. You rarely miss a shift. I don't think I've ever missed a shift besides when I first got the car. And that feel, right, that fizz that you get as if you're connected to the vehicle transmits so well to the clutch. Like, how can I convey the fact that the clutch engagement is so damn delicious? And I love using that word because literally it feels like I want to bite it off. Like look, I'm engaging it right now, and every time it engages, like, the engagement point is so perfect. It's so crisp. You know exactly where it is every single time. The tactility of all of the things in the car, namely this steering wheel, this shifter, that clutch, that brake pedal, make up for the fact that you're not gonna peel your face off your skull at low speeds with the torque. Honestly, this car is not a torque monster, but everything else just works so well that you feel that you're piloting something spectacular. And perhaps that's the thing about this car. Look, I don't think it's meant to be the fastest car in the world. That's probably what the GT2 RS is for. That's probably what the Turbo's for. It's meant to be the best feeling car you've ever driven. And that's exactly what it is to me. I never want to get rid of this car. I want to marry this car for the rest of my life. It's marriage material. It's good at everything. And I haven't even talked about the comfort because I've talked about that so much in previous videos. But the fact that you can get into a car every single day and do this should just be illegal. I am so in love with this damn car. I am so in love with this damn car. Anyways, guys, I think that's a good place to end it. Perhaps this could be the greatest car ever built. And I hate to jump on board the bandwagon that everyone else is aboard with this GT3. Everyone constantly praises the car and sings about its greatness. And I hate to just be another person, but honestly, the car is so damn good that it's hard to fault it. It's hard to find something wrong with it. And to be frank, guys, I am gonna be so sad if I've got to get rid of it. Like, I'm getting emotional right now thinking about it. I'm just blabbing on because I'm getting nervous about the fact that this could be gone one day. But yeah, 3-month review is overall extremely positive, guys. Look, if you enjoyed the video, scroll down below, give me a big thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care.